Hello. I'm not late, Eddie. You need to reset your clock. I think I'm a minute early. But since you demanded me up here, and we're the only two here. What's going on? Now there's 12 watching. The mysterious 12 people. What's going on? Thank you, Darren. Appreciate you being here. Very tired. Thought I'd do a short stream tonight. Getting busy between what's up, Nick? Between the getting ready for my auction on Saturday and work stuff. Tired. So thought I'd come up, see if people wanted to chat. Yes. Say hello to everybody. And all the competing streams that are going on right now. Say hi to them. Hello. What's up, vaginal? You know, I never thought one day I'll say hello to vaginal, but yet it has come to pass. La da dee, la da da. See if anyone wants to come up and chat. People demanded it. What's up, Chris? Here, take the link. Boom, boom, boom. What's up, Greg? Listen, you're not good at it. I'm better than you are. Oh no, all the freak toys are coming out in the chat. Come on up, Chris. Find out what's going on. I can't find the best record I found over the weekend, and I showed it on the video with Tim. University of Vinyl came to town, and it's somewhere and mixed up around somewhere. So hopefully I'll end up finding it after the stream. Okay. What's up, Dane? There's Dan. There you go. What's up, Greg?
Can you hear my new microphone?
I can. Not only can I hear your new microphone, you can probably hear everything in a 15-foot radius around you.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. I won't get too close. Oh shoot.
Gus, I'll do. I think I'm gonna do a short video Thursday night that shows the stuff I have. It's. I have so much good stuff. I'm cleaning stuff right now. Maybe I'll show a few things now. I have a lot of non-jazz, but mostly it's jazz. I got a bunch of Neil Young records. I got Bill Evans. This one it's hard to find. The second Bill Evans,
Tony
record. What else I got? I'm cleaning them. This is a very sought after record. Faith No More. With the original owner there, cleaning that.
Do you tell us where you got all these? You've been hanging out at record stores or estate sales or
just all over the place.
People's basements.
I have that Gabar Zasbo's greatest hits.
Jajbo.
Two. There's lots of good stuff, man. What's going on, Greg? How's life treating you horribly?
It's an open-ended question. I don't want to get into too many complaints, but I'm okay. I haven't been buying a lot of records lately, but a few.
You don't buy a lot of records lately.
I don't, because I used to be much richer than I am now. Now I have to work in a boring office.
I'm not rich. Hey, I got this in the mail, so I'm gonna offload my Speaker's Corner version. This is the Vinyl Me Please. It's very nice.
Are you still a member?
Huh?
Are you still also a member?
I on and off. Right now I'm a member. I'll probably end up canceling when they don't have shit I want. But this is probably one of the nicer covers that I've gotten from them. It's all foiled in niceness. and it's on pink swirly vinyl. But this is like a very electronic. You know, do you have this one?
No, I have 4 or 5 of hers, but not that one. Who plays keyboards on there? Well, she does probably.
She
She's
does.
a
It's very like
keyboards.
I mean, a lot of it's different lineups each song. She's solo on a bunch. But there's tons of people on here. Charlie Hayden's on here. I mean, she has a whole orchestra on one solo. I mean, it's very electronic-y. Boom. She's playing with the keyboards and stuff. So
You know about her her ashram that used to be out here in Calabasas near me?
yeah, you've told me about it.
Well, I'm telling your viewers that it burned down, so I never got to visit it. In the big
When did
fire
it
a couple of years
burn
ago.
down?
Well, a couple of years ago, the big giant fire that swept through was one of many casualties.
Where was it at?
Well, the Coltrane's lived not too far from me because their kids went to El Camino High School. I don't know if you know what that is, where my son went.
Yeah.
But then further west in sort of rural part of Calabasas is where the ashram was. And the big giant fire.
How long did they live there for?
They moved out when the kids, I think, were younger. And John Coltrane Jr. was in high school when he was killed in a car accident, and then Ravi graduated the same year I did. And then there's still some family members hanging around that we've seen. The grandson. That's my Coltrane story. It's not that great of a story.
No, it isn't.
I got better stories, but
you need to say Alice Coltrane almost hit you with her car. That'd be a good one.
Alice Coltrane took a bunch of grapes out of my shopping cart at Trader Joe's. I'll never forgive her.
That was awesome because was Trader Joe's even around when she lived there?
I don't know.
Here's a good one. She accidentally gets some of your mail. Then she knocked on your door to return it. And you go, holy shit, it's Alice Coltrane.
And she wasn't very nice about it. I almost got my HBO canceled because of her.
You know, she complained about the skim flicks after midnight. Hey,
it's hard to watch when they're scrambled, but we won't get into that.
You might be into a bunch of the stuff I picked up. I don't know if you watched my video, but University of Vinyl came to town and we went out and I scored big time. The number one score was that Michael White album. That is fantastic, but it's somewhere around here.
You guys went to the Safari?
You know where I ended up finding the most of the stuff is at Pooh Bah, where you never find anything.
In Pasadena. That was horrible last time I went there.
Well, I went there, I'll show you two of the records, but I found that Mike White. But I'll show you the other ones. But I picked this up, and I don't have any of his records. Michael Nook. Do you have any Mike Nook records?
Nook. Is he a keyboard player?
Yeah, he's a pianist, but he's more in the avant-garde free jazzy kind of
I think
world.
he has one like really famous. John Abercrombie's on there.
Yeah.
Al Foster.
Yeah. You know who David Frieson's sister is? Someone told me.
Mrs. Frieson?
Diane Carroll. I mean, not Diane Cannon. Diane Carroll. Diane Cannon.
I did not know that. Al Foster, my son just saw him in New York a couple of weeks ago at the Vanguard.
The tomato has got two. It has a red one and the green one.
A red and a green tomato.
There's too much tomato talk around the internet lately.
Let's go to peppers.
I have so many records I haven't cleaned or listened to this one.
So all this stuff you're showing, is a lot of that end up in your personal stash, or does some of them get sold?
Well, these were for me, and it depends how much I like them if I keep them.
I guess that's
is Loki here? Okay, let me mute myself because I'm going to pull up my stream. And then we're going to have a ceremony right now. Are you into a ceremony, Greg?
Do I have to recite Hebrew?
Whatever you want. It's up to you.
And I can do the
So
daven.
I'm going to the stream right now. Forgive me if noise comes through. It's muted. Okay. So can everyone gather and hold hands, please? Let me know when you're holding each other's hands. Everyone in this, that's you in the chat. Can you hold each other's hands? We are gathered here on this occasion to award someone something that's so very valuable, but yet not valuable at all. Someone who's spent the time, put in the work, done what you need to do, eat right, not eat right, exercise,
Changing glasses.
and treat the world like the world needs to be treated. This person, his name is Loki. He's worked hard and complained to almost everyone who will listen that he's wrenchless here. But I'm letting you know that when I find him in the chat on my YouTube stream, I will make him. He is a standard moderator now. He has to do more work, put in the work, do the things you got to do, eat the right things, treat people the right way. But now you have a wrench, Loki. Can we all applaud? Yes. We did it.
I don't even have one of those. I don't have a wrench.
Now he can go get a bank loan, and people will say hi to him at the supermarket. He'll get a toaster when he opens a bank account. All the good things that come with a wrench.
And what do you do to get a wrench exactly? Is it a secret?
I don't know. Yeah, you have to breathe oxygen, basically, and not treat me like shit.
I don't do that, do I? Not that often.
No, you complain to me.
It's okay. All this time, I thought you were going to be congratulating me. I thought, here it comes. I just got 7,000 subs today.
Oh, congratulations. Can you make a comment in the peanut gallery so I can give you a wrench?
Can I do it via StreamYard, or do I have to go back to YouTube?
The only way I can give you a wrench is if
I got to go back to YouTube.
I mean, you can do it in StreamYard too.
There's a login thing. It's complicated. We'll get there. Now you're gonna hear two.
Basically, it's gonna make Loki's wrench look like nothing. You did nothing to get a wrench. And hey, maybe Greg's partially to blame for me being here, being everywhere, being hated, being liked. It's all Greg's.
What did I do? I know some of the things I did, but
well, you introduced me to Rachel, so
I introduced you to Rachel. I was the first to interview you on the vinyl community.
Yes.
And you and Rachel are like, I don't even want to know what's going on with you two.
No. Well, we might meet each other in person in the near future. So. Oh, what's up, Dom? How's it going? Hey, can you make a comment, man? You're delaying the me showing record.
It's not, the chat's not coming up for me if you're talking to me. Here it goes.
Okay. Say something pithy. You're at your work, right?
Yeah. I don't know
why do you have a microphone?
That's my the sound quality in here when I do Zoom calls is so terrible. I schlepp this back and forth from home to work.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to give you.
Asked.
No, but I want to make fun of you. Give me a second. All right, Greg has done the work, basically complaining why Loki has a wrench and he doesn't, so he got a wrench.
I don't really know Loki.
Hey, Greg, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Into your professional microphone at your job, can you go, "Hey, Debbie in accounting, you get a wrench." Is there a Debbie in accounting?
Hey, Debbie in accounting, you get a wrench. You get a wrench. Yeah. No, we have Tia in accounting.
I don't F with people.
Life in an insurance agency.
Okay, so let me show you the second record. So over the course of the last bunch of months, I've been picking up Jack Wilson records. Are you familiar with Jack Wilson?
Jack Wilson. Man, that's not the piano guy from Blue Note, is it?
Yeah, so there was a Tone Poet that came out last year of a Jack Wilson record.
Easterly Winds, something like that.
Yes.
I've had that forever before the Tone Poet.
Yeah. Well,
Well known now.
but I found his other Blue Note. I think he has 3 or 4 Blue Notes. I found something else, something special or something else. That is a better record than the Tone Poet. It has Roy Ayers on it on Vibes. And then, I went down to Austin for the record show last weekend. And I picked up a reissue on Discovery. Do you know the label Discovery? It's a cheap label, so you should know it.
Exactly.
But it was a reissue of one of his Atlantic albums with Roy Ayers. I think he did 2 Atlantic records with kind of the same lineup. And that's really good. So I went and looked online and noticed probably the reason Discovery reissued that old Atlantic title is they did 2 or 3 more modern, just put out records for him. And I remembered seeing one at a record store I go to, and I picked it up. Jack Wilson Innovations. This is Discovery put out in 1977. And there's Jack Wilson there, look mostly, I guess, playing electronic keyboards. The lineup on here is people I don't know. Is Alan Jackson on bass. By the way, Jack Wilson's playing the Mason Hamlin Grand and the Fender Rhodes, and Clarence Johnston on drums, Joe Clayton on percussion. So I've not listened to this yet, but I like all the Jack Wilson stuff I've heard.
It's probably funkier than
it's much later than the
70s funk thing going.
60s stuff, but I'm happy to have picked this up. This is cheap heat, people. You could probably pick this up for $10 or under, I think. Got a cool cover.
Okay. I like the cover.
All right, here. This is a label. I think it's out of DC, but no, maybe not. Mode. Do you know Mode Records? Mode Records isn't out of DC. It's Hollywood. Do you know Mode? So Mode was an old label, but they did a lot of 80s reissues. I didn't look this up. I don't know what this one is.
I only have the Commode records. I don't have the Mode.
This is Conti Condoli's yearbook picture.
One of those Italian guys.
Look at the line. It's a good lineup here.
Italian jazz. Vince is Monty. Monty is a Los Angeles mainstay.
I knew you could add something to the conversation. Hold on, Chris is here.
Monty Budwig.
Yeah, there you go, Chris. Are you hanging out outside the window of your house? What's the plan?
Not quite. What's up? How was your trip?
Dude, I came back with a stack of records this big. I showed them all last week.
Nice.
Crazy. It was fun. Nice. It was fun hanging out with everybody and finding some cool ass records. So. But then I came back and bought more records. It's just a sickness, man.
You got to get rid of some, man.
I'll show a few more records and then we'll chat. This I was very surprised to find. This was a Poobah find. You can't find Nathan Davis records out in the wild. You know Nathan Davis, Greg?
I don't think I do. Who is Nathan Davis?
Nathan Davis is from Pittsburgh, I believe. He's a saxophonist who I discovered because Sam Records reissued a few live shows of his. One of the best sounding records you can get is this 3-disc live recording from French radio. Sounds amazing. But he, I think, self-put out most of his stuff in the 70s. These are $300, $400 records. I got one of his records sealed because the story goes within the last 10 years in Pittsburgh, the recording studio I guess he recorded at closed down, and they had boxes of records people found, and it turns up there was a box of sealed I have it over there somewhere. I'm not getting up and getting it, but the hole's a little off center, but a guy was selling them for like $80 on eBay. This record, I go into record stores, it's on the wall for $250, $300 and up. So
that one you have in your hands?
No, this one goes for over 50 into the hundreds. I found it for about $30. This is an 80s pressing on a British label called Hot House Records. I have a reissue of a Nathan Davis record that goes for a lot of money. The original, I think it might be a French label, but Hot House issued it. That's an expensive record, but this is a great lineup with Kenny Drew and Jimmy Wood are on it with him. And do you know Dusko Gojovic? He plays trumpet on this.
Blagojevich.
Yeah. There they are, all right there.
Looks like early 80s. What is it? 84, 85?
87.
I almost said 87.
But this is a solid record. I haven't really heard a bad Nathan Davis. So last year, he did he did a record for MPS, the Hip Walk. That was reissued by MPS last year. And in June, I think P-Vine is putting out his most expensive record to get. And forgive me, I don't know, remember the title, but that's being reissued in June for like $40. I have that on pre-order. So if you ever see a Nathan Davis record in the wild, grab it. Very hard to find this shit.
How am I learning about an artist that I never heard of from you?
You know why? Because you turned off your ability to open your heart up to jazz. You stopped. Yes.
What did I
do? You're in there asking Debbie for accounting for something.
Well, she and I are going to play pickleball later this week at the corporate game.
Okay, so this.
Wait, let's see. I know who that is. That looks like Gerard. No, Mel Waldron. Oh, you showed that the other day.
Taking years off of his life by smoking a cigarette.
This
is a very. So I went to a store where they received a huge, giant collection. They've been parceling it out. A lot of Mal Waldron in there. And I pleaded with the guy, and he brought down about 4 Mal Waldron records.
California or Texas?
No, California. And he priced them. The other 3 weren't very hard records to get. This one is a very hard record to get on Enja. So this is very kick-ass, avant-garde. They're killing it on this record.
Want to trade that?
No.
For my Sonny Rollins box set?
Dude, I have the Sonny Rollins box set.
The new one?
I have both the Village Vanguard Tone Poet and the Record Store Day one.
Okay. I'm sure I got something.
So this kicks ass. If you can find it, the price was good. It's probably over the hump of VG Plus, but it's so hard to find. It was worth picking this up.
Is this Poobah's or some record store that I never heard of?
No, it's a brand new store, Sibylline, in Pasadena. It's a very it's boutique-y. It's a good store to go in. You will go in there and walk out with a record, I guarantee it. But very small. Okay.
Hold on. What's the record store called?
Sibylline.
Sibylline.
Sibylly. Sibylline.
Oh, Sibylline. Weird name. Great name.
I don't know where it came from. The couple that run it are good. I think we're used to be record dealers, but they're very good at putting up. You'll walk in there and go, "How the fuck did I buy that record?"
Okay. Here's it going for $90 on eBay.
Yeah, I didn't have this record. This is a 360 1970 something present, so I finally picked this up. Good record. And then this is a Greg record. Greg likes this shit. This is solo.
I like Sun Solo stuff.
This is Sun Solo stuff on a label I'm really getting into.
What is it?
Paul Blaze label, Improvising Artists. This is and I have some other Sun Ra kind of. I have Sun Ra and Walt Dickerson record, so I like his kind of, solo playing and stuff.
It's just piano, no keyboards, no synth.
It's him playing live piano, and you wouldn't know it was Sun Ra if you didn't know it was Sun Ra. And he's holding in a fart on the cover. Okay, and then this was the other kick-ass pickup. This is a 1970 Van Gelder stereo pressing. on that stupid label. I don't know why they did this label.
Oh yeah, it was the worst idea.
Yeah, but they're usually, I guess, the metalwork from the original pressings. And this sounds excellent. I'm getting rid of my classic I picked up. This is kick-ass. All right. And if I can find that Michael White, I'll show it again. But go watch my video with the University of Vinyl. That Michael White was, I kicked myself because Vinyl Me Please reissued it last year, and I didn't get it. So I'm happy I found a copy of it.
Did you and your little pals do a little thing about the Vinyl Me Please lawsuit? I was getting ready to do a video on that.
Well, wait. When did that come up?
You didn't know about the Vinyl Me Please lawsuit?
Why is there a lawsuit? How are people affected? You mean the internal lawsuit where they're fired people and they're suing them?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if it had been discussed in your group yet.
No, because we chatted a little bit about it, but
I'm going to chat about it on my channel. You guys don't have to chat about it.
I feel like it's a nothing burger.
I think it's a big burger.
No, how is it a big burger?
To the company.
Well, yes, but name another company that doesn't have internal nonsense going on.
Well, when you fire the top three of the top people in your company and sue them.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but they had people to replace them. They brought back the old guy. I got my Vinyl Me Please record the other day. It's not halting production. It's not stopping. Here's
okay. I'll discuss it on my channel. I don't have to waste your guys' time. I'm fascinated by it.
Let me make a comparison. So in my business, let's take movie theaters. Mm-hmm. Throughout the 90s, they built way too many movie theaters into the 2000s. They built multiplexes. It was a horrible business because even let's take a 12-plex. A movie theater only makes their money on their 4 biggest houses, right? That means they need new content all the time because in the first 2 weekends, a movie pretty much about makes 70 or 80% of its box office take. So why are you building 20 plexes? Why they have 40 seat houses and 20 plexes. These aren't filled. You're not filling them. They're empty space. And here's the bullshit. They sign like 30-year leases. Who signs a 30-year lease? Because people on the board of AMC theaters are on the board of real estate companies. Companies are all horribly run. People are getting it every single way. So to hear Vinyl Me Please,
I'm not getting it.
There's some shenanigans going on. It's a nothing burger.
Well, they pretended that they owned a pressing plant, and everybody thinks they own a pressing plant. They never owned a pressing plant.
Well,
internally,
they didn't pretend. It's part. They have a parent company that owns both companies.
You think so?
I mean, whatever structure, the way they sent it up, it's not like Columbia Records owns the pressing plant. It's not like someone else owns it. It's a pressing plant that there's shareholders that are on the same company that of the same, right?
Well,
they were doing bad corporate things. They probably deserve to be fired.
Like if the allegations are true, they do deserve to be fired.
Well,
it's a shame.
You work for a company. Do you know the last person who was fired at your company?
I know about 3 or 4 lawsuits in here right now, and I know who F'd who.
Hey, is Michael 45 going to do a video about the lawsuits at your company?
That would be a good idea, although it would be in German, so I wouldn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Oh, well, all I'm saying is it's interesting. It's a peek into the way
I'm just looking for content for my crappy channel. That's all.
Well, why don't you get out of the thing you're in with that giant microphone and go out in the real world and do something?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot the.
It's like you're hosting a TV show and no one's watching it.
Hey, is that Mal Waldron album worth it? That Up Pop the Devil?
Wait, you gotta put this on.
Yeah, 100%.
There. How's that? Is that better?
I mean, I'm a big advocate. Stream it before you buy it, but it is kick-ass.
I wonder if I can hear that online.
You know, if anything, I would recommend is put condoms on everything, Greg. Wait, we have someone in the back. Let me get them. Here's someone who will add something to the stream. No, I picked up in the last bunch of weeks, Chris, like 3 Mal Waldron records. I haven't heard a bad Mal Waldron record. I have one coming from Japan. I'm very anxious to get.
Did you get the record store day one? Steve Lacy?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I got that one.
Here,
I got a free copy.
I'm going to tell you something, Greg. Do you have that record store day one, right? You got it from your pal.
Yeah, I've got.
It's a fantastic record. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
If you go onto YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
there's a documentary that I found out about reading the booklet in that record store day about Mal Waldron, and the documentary was shot when they were recording that record.
Wow.
It's excellent. Excellent. There's another record they were recording that was recorded right after that record, and it's a concert with Mal Waldron and Max Roach. And I wish they would release that one. Maybe Zev's going to do that.
Is it easy to find the documentary? It's got some weird Belgian name or something?
I think it's called Now Presenting Mal Waldron.
No, original name.
And it's kick-ass. Go watch that documentary after my stream ends.
Just telling people what to do all the time.
Louis, go drink a Diet Coke.
Is my wardrobe okay? You don't like my microphone?
I'm magic. You know, Greg, you couldn't look more white if you tried.
Why would I try? I'm already there. I'm already 100%.
There you go.
We're selling life insurance here, guys. Could I do a commercial?
Hey,
I'll save that for later.
Hey, Greg, I understand Vinyl Me Please is looking for a new...
Several new people.
Benefits agent.
Positions open.
Yeah, several new life insurance policies.
I've been in contact with some people at Vinyl Me Please,
well,
and
Greg,
they've said they would want to do a interview, but they can't talk about the lawsuit.
Greg is a hop, skip, and jump from 2 premier pressing plants in this country.
CTI is right down the street here.
RTI
or CTI? CTI is the wrong.
Yeah. The initials MoFi's pressing plant is.
I didn't mean Creed Taylor. I meant RTI.
RTI and then
Camarillo. What's the other one?
Is MoFi's pressing plant. I forget what they call it.
Where's that?
I think it's pronounced Muffy.
Yeah.
Mafia.
But the pressing plant has initials. It's not called MoFi's pressing plant.
I don't know where that one is.
It's in Oxnard.
Same general area.
Oxnard?
The Nard. We call it the Nard.
Sounds made up.
Chances are if you eat a strawberry during the winter time, it might come from Oxnard.
Oxnard.
Here's also something that Greg probably knows. If you're a big fan of the Manischewitz wine, Oxnard.
Is that where they make
yeah, because they moved. I think they moved operations there like within the last 20 years for one reason. It was the closest proximity to Hasidic Jewish people because it's kosher and they need them to work at the facility.
And is that touted along? Is Manischewitz touted alongside such great wines as Mad Dog 2020?
It's a step above it.
And Boone's Farm.
Slivovitz?
No. Chances are, if you're a Jewish person and you drank wine when you were 10 years old,
which is weird.
It was Manischewitz.
Is that explains a lot? You guys been drinking since you were 10?
It's Manischewitz, man.
Just show up at grandma's house and have gefilte fish on a piece of lettuce and Manischewitz when you're 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah,
just get hammered. Hammered and throw up some gross ass fish.
And then you're waiting for Elijah to show up.
That's awesome.
Hey, if tune into the Vinyl Rundown, Greg's going to interview Elijah next week.
If he shows, he didn't show the last.
Who else is coming up, Rob? Is Chris coming?
I mean, I'm doing a short stream. We're probably going to go until the top of the hour. So, hey, Chris, what's going on with you? Anything cool, interesting?
I bought another record cleaning machine today.
Ooh.
What did you have before?
I have the Audio Desk Pro.
And then that's not an ultrasonic, or it is?
Yeah, it's ultrasonic.
And it's a full range ultrasonic. It drains and filters. And so, what did you upgrade to?
The degritter.
And how would you compare the two?
I haven't really compared them yet. I just have them both side by side right now. Just I cleaned a couple of records on the degritter earlier just to play around with it.
Degritter's no small investment. What made you want to go from the one that you had to that? Obviously, it's an upgrade.
Audio
What's
desk
that one back?
The audio desk is not cheap.
Yeah, I think the audio desk is, unless the price changes, like $4,500.
It wasn't doing what you wanted it to do?
No, it's $4,000 for the audio desk. It's on sale right now.
Are you gonna sell the one you picked the better of the two?
I think I might keep them both.
There you go.
I believe my experience with the degritter is Michael Portrait Plastic had one, and I think Danny K had one, and he cleaned a bunch of records for me, and it was very nice.
Yeah, it's nice. That's for sure. I don't know which one's going to be better yet. I'll probably do a comparison.
Is the degritter's the more popular of the two, right?
Audio Desk has been around longer. I think degritter is probably a very popular one, though. I'm not sure. I think I don't know, honestly.
Audio Desk is not ultrasonic, is it? It's just brushes.
Yes, it's ultrasonic. It's ultrasonic, but it also has manual cleaning brushes as well, and it auto washes and dries. Degritter is ultrasonic, auto wash and dry, but I think the ultrasonic motors in the degritter is stronger. I think
they got the 80 megahertz versus the 40s.
Yeah, I don't.
Or ones are the 40s.
I don't know.
That's not the guy in the lab coat, Rob, is it?
The guy in the lab coat is what's the name of that one?
Kermis, and it doesn't dry.
Dr. What's his face?
Yeah,
it doesn't dry, and you got
there's only 4 auto ones. You have the Audio Desk System Pro. You have the degritter. You have the what is the other one? Claudio? Is it Claudio?
Yeah,
Claudio, and then you have the Humming Guru.
Hey, here, listen. I appreciate your comments, David, but we'll have no punny comments tonight.
Can the degritter be 10 times better than the Humming Guru?
No, well,
bad question.
Well, here's the deal.
You can't ask that question for anything in audio. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
but can't you though? Because it's either clean or it's not.
No, that's
reliability.
Yeah, but no, there's different.
What's the hertz or the vibration on the degritter? It's.
I think they're 40 or 50 hertz or something. I can't remember.
No, I'm not trying to guess you, Louis, but there was a point in your life where you had a flip phone. Yes.
Yeah.
And what did you upgrade from that flip phone to? An iPhone?
I never upgraded something. Well, okay, so you're saying that I upgraded to something that's 10 times more expensive, and is it 10 times better?
Well, I don't consider value better, but yes, the iPhone is 10 times better than the flip phone you originally had, and you saw the value in it.
Well,
you held it in your hands. Your user experience.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not trying to create.
Yes, you are.
It's my fucking birthday, Rob. Be nice to me.
Hey, happy birthday, man.
Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna have
so okay, that's a bad comparison, and here's why. A flip phone at the time would text maybe, and it would make phone calls and receive phone calls.
Someone said with 120 hertz.
And an iPhone easily does 100 times more shit than a flip phone, right? So you're actually getting an easier to understand objective value out of the iPhone. But a degritter and a Humming Guru both do exactly the same thing.
Here's where I disagree.
Well, okay, if you want to get down into the weeds, there's some people who have done comparisons. They're not exactly the same. The degritter is better. how much better is up to your pockets, whether you're willing to pay more for that. It's almost like saying that's like somebody saying is a Honda Civic better than a Porsche 911?
No.
They're both cars. They're going to get you A to B.
Well,
But the Honda's more popular, so it must be better.
No,
That's
well,
what some
you know
people
what I'm
say.
saying?
I'm with Chris. I'm on the same path with Chris. Here's the deal. Most people do not do everything the iPhone can do. Most people, even with a computer, most people do this. They email, they text, and they call. Those three things. You can do them on the flip phone. You can do all of those things and accomplish your goal of calling, texting, and
so you've managed to say like 1,500 words without answering the question. You won't commit to the answer to the question.
It's up to you. It's
so, what does Rob say?
Do you feel the value? I mean, I know the value is the amount better, right? Whether it's
sure, but my question is, what do you think?
Better is are you willing to pay for that better? Right?
But see, I can't make up that distinction because I've never even had any experience with them. So the question is, what do you think? Do you think that the Degritter is 10 times better than the Humming Guru?
I don't have a Humming Guru.
Okay. Rob, you don't know either?
Okay, so here's the deal.
I just would want somebody who does know.
No. Oh, okay.
As I'm saying, you
I
can
have an
look on
opinion.
YouTube, you
I'm
can
gonna give
find
an
some people
opinion.
that have compared the two of them.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
look.
you're right.
Look. I'm very happy with the Humming Guru. It does exactly what I wanted to do. And for someone who's owned it for at least a year and a half, to almost 2 years, probably, it has not broken down. Here's where I'm sure the company who makes the Degritter will be the same. I reached out to the Humming Guru. I had an issue. They got back to me right away. They sent me instructions on to do what I needed to do to fix it, and I was able to fix it. My user experience on every shape, way, and form, from price point to cleaning records to my satisfaction, I highly recommend it. It is a gateway product, though.
Yeah.
There might be a point in time where I upgrade to a Degritter, but right now, no.
Right.
So in that regard, but I can do the exact. My experience with the Degritter is limited, but it really is like set it and forget it. I put the record in the Degritter. I come back, it is dry and playable. So that is not all the case with the Humming Guru. There is a manual step in the Humming Guru, but I think I'm going to go with the Humming Guru, but I don't have enough experience with the Degritter or any other things. I've very limited.
You could upgrade to high res digital and not have to worry about it.
Oh, there's no comparison, man.
Here's the expert Degritter guy right there.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
5 times price.
I think, yeah.
My question is, what about the
bottom line is I think you need to just clean your records, whether that's Degritter, whether that's Humming Guru, that's whatever.
Well, yeah, but
everybody should clean them ultrasonically.
And I think that's the end goal.
Yeah.
Louis, do you have a cleaning process before you put a record on your turntable?
Yes.
Are you happy with it?
Well, no, I've had mixed results because what I do is I put them in the dishwasher and I just turn it on with all the other dishes.
Christopher, the manual step is lathering yourself up with lubricant. No, the manual step is you have to take the water out of the thing that holds it and pour it back into the machine each time you clean a record.
Rob, is Hummingbird Chinese? Is it a lot of plastic?
So
Humming Guru, yes.
It is Chinese, but I'm telling you, my experience is they're a good company.
You can get a Humming Guru, I think, on Amazon right now for like $500. I mean,
yeah.
And shows you the success.
That buys a lot of dirty records, though.
They've moved.
I mean, dude, you gotta.
They now have a.
You gotta pay for convenience of auto wash and dry system. Otherwise, you gotta manually clean it, which is fine if you have the time and you want to do all that. But for me, I don't want to have a bunch of cleaning products and sponges and wipes in a dish tray to sit them in to let them air dry. Like, I just want to put it in there, let it get clean, and then put it on my turntable.
Right now, it's just survival of the fittest for my stylist.
Well, see, that's also the thing too. Is like, you know, like for me, I have an expensive cartridge and an expensive turntable, so I want the cleanest records possible to play them.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
I have a question now for Michael, not to change the subject. I'm putting on records now where I'm getting the kind of, I don't know if there's something up with the tip of my cartridge on my stylus.
How are you cleaning your stylus?
With a brush.
Oh, let me show you.
That's the best. That's the best everyday solution. But for the occasional deep clean, actually Humming Guru makes one. They make an ultrasonic stylus cleaner. And
there's a
great.
cheaper one than the Humming Guru though. I'm gonna go get it.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. But the Humming Guru one is good.
I gotta make a phone call, but I'll be back, Rob, to bother you.
Well, and also, can you keep a diary of everything you do while you're away and let us know?
Now you can grab this on Amazon too.
Wait, I think.
I'll be back.
Is that the one I have? That might be the one I have. I can't remember. I only use it like maybe twice a year.
Dang, only twice a year?
Yeah. Otherwise, I just use the brush, and sometimes I'll do the brush with a little bit of distilled water.
Now, Michael.
Yeah, for this, I'm only using distilled water. I'm not using the solution that came with it because I was scared about what it might do.
Oh no, yeah, just use distilled water. That's all.
Okay.
Can I? Thank you for showing that, Chris.
Uh-huh.
So, Michael, that's one thing I want to know. The buildup of muck on the tip of your stylus. It's a thing. It's not a thing.
It can be, depending on how you clean it, what kind of records you play. The dirtier your records are, the more you're going to have to clean your stylus. If you use an ultrasonic machine regularly, you're probably going to be pretty good. But I will make a hot take, and my hot take is that I love the degritter. It's a brilliant machine. But if you if you're looking for bang for your buck value, instead of a degritter, what you should do is you should get a VPI 16.5 and a Humming Guru and clean with both.
Which one comes first?
For most day-to-day stuff, the ultrasonic does most of the work. Ooh. However, if you have a record that has oils on it or fingerprints or any type of gunk, the degritter, the ultrasonic is not going to clean that well. You're going to need some type of solution with a vacuum to clean that stuff well. Dust and dirt and embedded stuff, the ultrasonic is great for that.
That's why I want to keep my audio desk, because it has the brushes.
Yeah, the brushes do, but it also is part of the solution you use too. Like if you use something like the kind of record cleaning solution that you would use on like a vacuum machine, like the VPIs or the Okinokis or the Nitty Gritties, that does break down stuff more, but you don't want to leave that on the surface of your record.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking. Well, I wanted to. Maybe I can ask you about this too, because I just got a degritter today, so I'm.
Oh, congrats!
I'm trying to figure it out. So what I was thinking of is using the audio desk, right, to do a cleaning cycle with the audio desk, and then after that, because that I have the solution in the actual distilled water with the manual brushes and the ultrasonic in that, and then from there move it to the degritter with just pure water, and that'll be like an ultrasonic in.
Can I sidestep? Can I pause for a second? I apologize.
Yeah,
this I've seen as high as $50, and I guess they're targeting me with a 5% off. So that's a great price for this. I'm going to pick this up now.
What's UV about it? Ultraviolet light?
Yeah, there's a little light that shines out so you can see if the tip's clean.
It says ultraviolet though. Is it blasting the bacteria off your thing?
Can you stop raining on my parade?
That's a serious question. Is it ultraviolet or is that a mistake?
I just wanted to show you really quickly. This is my cleaning setup. I got the 16.5 and the degritter side by side. And I basically, for all new records, I just do a light cycle on the degritter. For stuff that has been cleaned before, just in the degritter. But if I get like a classical record that's like 60 years old, you can bet I'm using both.
It's not an old.
What was that?
No, the 16.5 is a vacuum one.
No, it's a vacuum machine. It's a old school vacuum machine.
Hey, Michael, Christopher is saying that he was told by Upscale Audio not to use an ultrasonic stylus cleaner.
Did they have a reason for that?
What was the reason, Christopher?
That's interesting. I haven't heard that, and I know Michael Fremer's tested one or two.
You
stylus
used
is-
one on
Maybe
your
it's because of whatever
Yes.
chemical they include with it. I don't know, but
I don't use a chemical. I use distilled water.
Your needle
that's
is
what I've been using
glued
too.
onto your cantilever, and the glue can come loose. So,
Not
But
with
I don't know
water,
if cavitation would do anything to the adhesive.
what if there's little micro holes in there, and they get in there and they shake them out? Yes, it's possible.
which one?
Depending on what kind of chemicals used in the adhesive.
Okay, so
Not,
Chris,
not even chemicals. Well, I see what you're saying.
Chris
Well,
Thomas,
the adhesive is made out of something.
yeah.
Chris Thomas,
Yeah.
you've been using that thing for a long time, right?
Which one?
The Hudson. I remember you
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah, I've had that for I don't know, at least a couple of years now.
And have you noticed any problems to your?
No, I don't use the cleaner that comes in it. I just put a drop of distilled water on the pad, and that's what I use. And I'm using mine probably a lot more than twice a year. I think I'm using it maybe every other month. So I'm probably doing overkill considering I'm using an ultrasonic cleaner. I just was using it, but now that knowing how really you use yours, I'll probably tone down a bit on mine.
I don't find it necessary. I don't find my stylus gets that dirty. Yeah, I was talking with the only time I attended Expona, I had dinner with Michael Fremer, and the guy from Wally Tools was with us, and I forget his name. I feel bad, but and he was talking about how, yeah, I mean, really your basic everyday cleaning should just be dry brush.
Rob, you were saying, is it gunky or is it not gunky about the stylus? So I'm just going to say, have you ever looked at it with a microscope or a loop?
Well, my microscope is in storage.
Well, or a jeweler's loop. My point is,
Well, no,
a
I
clean
mean,
needle.
I
A clean
the
needle is
drone, I
clear
can-
like a diamond.
You know what?
okay?
It needs to be clean. I
The
feel
point
like.
I'm making. Let me get to my point.
Okay.
A clean needle is clear like a diamond. It's not black, full of gunk, right? So, how many times have you seen your needle actually look clean and clear,
Hold on, give me a second. Let me look.
like glass? No, the big one, not the little one.
Hey, Mike, are you still have your harvest?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Yeah. I am reviewing at some point later this year. I am supposed to be reviewing the new Borison C1s.
Okay.
That's their new. It's for those who've been following speakers. Borison's been releasing a very successful line of speakers called the X series. It's like their budget series. It starts at like $5,000, and depending on the size of the speaker, goes up to about $11,000. And they're debuting a series right above that. So they debuted their new bookshelf speaker at Expona, the C1, and that's about 16,000 retail.
Mhm.
And, that's what I'm supposed to review later this year.
They have
Nice.
some kind of what do you call it? The special tweeter, the mylar.
They use a pretty sophisticated ribbon tweeter in most of their
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob and I were at their booth at the Audio Expo we went to. Right there, like Danish.
Hey,
Yeah, because I told Rob to go.
That was your idea. Okay, yeah, we
Yes.
hung out with those guys for a while.
I ordered the Hudson cleaner. It's only $22.
How can
Yeah,
it be? How could it be ultrasonic if it's only $20? Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, you know what? I will buy it. It comes tomorrow.
I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to buy it and take it.
I just checked. I have the Humming Guru one, not the
You have the Humming Guru one?
because the Humming Guru one's like $80-$90, right?
Well, hold
Yeah.
on, they sell it
Well,
on.
this Hudson one came out long before the Humming Guru one came out. The Hudson one came out before even the Humming Guru actual machine came out. So it's been out for a while. As far as I can remember.
The Humming Guru is it this one? This is the only other product I thought they made. This one, hold on, I'll show the screen.
They make the one that has a stylus weight, I think, on it, like a stylus.
This is the only I don't know of that other one. This is the one hold on, I'll share screen. This is the one the only other product I know that they make. This record brush.
Oh,
I haven't
didn't know they
seen
even
that.
made that. I've seen the stylus cleaner though, and I think it has a weight or something. Not weight. What do you call it? A scale or something, right? Doesn't it, Mike?
Wait. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Doesn't it have like a scale on one side and then the cleaner on the other?
Yes. I don't know. I have to dig it out of a drawer.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a while. Like I said, I really only used it when I could see some gunk on the microscope. And so far that hasn't been the case. I mean, also I was just getting this out because I didn't know if anyone needed a UHQR Aqualung.
Oh, how much are you gonna sell it for?
I don't know, like $250 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to sell some records right now. I'm in purge mode.
Yeah.
I'm doing my auction Saturday at 1, and I got a shitload of records I need to get rid of.
Nice. I think me and Mazzy at some point are gonna, because Mazzy has that classical what's the auctions for what's the guy's name? Dizzy, the Dizzy collection.
Yeah.
He's got a big classical collection from Dizzy. And I think we're gonna do a joint classical auction at some point. Maybe after Rachel comes down and visits him.
I'm going up there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Why?
I'm not scared.
I don't know what hanging out with Rachel in real life would be
Have you
like.
picked out your
But
wardrobe
Mazzy's
yet?
met her before.
What are you wearing, Rob?
Well,
I
I'm not
think
going up there
it's
naked.
a denim jacket is somewhere in the on the menu.
Not in the summertime. I'm not going to sweat my balls off.
You wore a denim jacket like all the time in LA.
But because I live in an area where it's 20
True.
degrees.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm
Hey,
not wearing
listen.
that
Has anyone gotten this yet?
now.
No.
I have
Yep.
tons of Bruckner, but I don't think I have
Okay,
any
so-
version of that
Original
one.
source.
Hold on.
Oh, a
hold
new
on.
one?
When these came out, you were the one that poo-pooed them. Have they
I
gotten
did.
better? How have they gotten better?
Absolutely. They've gotten more consistent because when they first came out, it was like they do like a great one and then they do one that would sound really weird and not right and kind of off and on. But this last set they reissued was really consistent. But this is nuts. I've never heard a record sound this powerful. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't compare it to like Witch's Brew, but like if you want to hear like super realistic, hyper realistic brass sound, get this record.
So you were big on saying their stuff is not the good stuff.
Yeah, especially the batch that I reviewed. I got
no,
unlucky.
not even the first. No, I'm talking about historical.
Oh no, the old Deutsche Grammophon recordings were not good. But there's a reason. I mean, people have talked about this. There's a reason they weren't good, and the reason was they wanted all their releases to sound the same around the world, and so they mastered everything so that they would do 2-track dub masters and send those all around the world so that any studio could cut them super easy. So they were intentionally lowering the quality so the quality would be consistent around the world.
Okay, so the one you just held up, when was that last pressed?
The 1970s.
And do you have that original version?
Yeah, I do.
And what's your opinion of that original version?
I like all Deutsche Grammophones. They're kind of murky and they sounded like they were coming from a small area.
How did they make that one sound better?
Much better bass, much better air around the highs of the instruments, much wider and more detailed soundstage. The transient attacks are a lot more felt, like when the horns come in, like in the hunting call in the third movement. Like before, you just kind of heard the sound, but the sound didn't pop out. And now, like when they do their attack, you feel the tonguing of the attack, like coming out of the horn
You
section.
felt the tonguing lately,
so
Rob?
it goes back to my original point. That comes from the original recording. So
Were they both just direct from analog masters, or?
Well, so what Deutsche Grammophone's doing is when these were recorded, the series they're doing, most of the 70s Deutsche Grammophon recordings were recorded quadraphonic. So they would record 2 tracks of orchestral information, and then they would record 2 tracks of ambiance. And so what they're doing, and so when all these records were made, they did a stereo mix down of this, and then send them to the pressing plants around the world, the cutting lathes and everything.
Yeah.
Now what they're doing is they're doing direct live 4-track passive mixing direct to the cutting head. So they're taking the 4-track master tapes and mixing them live, remixing and remastering live to the cutting head.
All analog processes, there digital stuff in
Yes,
there.
all analog process.
So again, I just want to clarify, there was nothing really wrong with the original recording. It just
Some of them,
the way they
yeah, some of the recordings, I think there was something wrong with the original recordings. It just kind of depended where they were recorded and who was involved. They did have a couple different engineers they used. I mean, one of the criticisms I've levied at a few of the reissues in this series is even though they make everything sound wider and more audiophile and more detailed, like the strings never sound that great. Like especially particularly the violins and violas on this batch, it's a lot better now. But for the last couple of releases, like one thing I constantly write about in the reviews is like, well, yeah, it sounds really good, but the violins still sound like a little screechy. And that's just kind of the way they were capturing and recording those.
Oh, sorry.
That depends, I think, on where you are and what the culture is around you. I think there's in some of the larger cities, there's definitely still a big tradition of going to the symphony.
What?
In smaller communities, it can be a very dedicated core where the public is not that engaged. Like I played a lot of concerts with the Modesto Symphony in the last couple of years, and that is an orchestra that has very few people in Modesto go to the symphony, but that orchestra has a core of really passionate supporters and passionate philanthropists that are really responsible for the funding success of that orchestra, and they're really dedicated to it. So even though not a lot of people are in the seats, they have a small group of people that really, really care.
Well, I can tell you this, and Michael, you can tell me how that fits in. In my world, before the pandemic, the Metropolitan Opera did two a month. They would do a live simulcast in movie theaters, and then a rebroadcast. They were always sold out. So people who did not live near, obviously, the Metropolitan Opera. So I know those simulcasts are very well attended. So there is an appetite for that stuff.
Opera's a little different. Opera is generally more well attended because it's a little fewer and farther between. Most major cities have an opera company that only puts on 3 shows a year, really. So that's really different. Like the only opera company in Colorado really is Colorado Opera, and they do 3 productions a year, and they might do 3 just a weekend of shows for each production. Harry, those got posted this morning. The new reviews are out on the Tracking Angle.
Can you put a link out?
Yeah, I can.
Birthday boy, you gonna contribute to the conversation?
Well, I'm not gonna, like, I brought up the record cleaning thing and everyone lost their mind, so I gotta be careful what I say.
Hey, now, would it harm your stylus to use Diet Coke?
See, that's a great question, but the reason I won't try that is because I don't want to waste any delicious, life-giving Diet Coke.
The Mexican cane sugar Coke is bitter.
It is. If you had not
for your
had
stylus, I mean,
Coke, you're doing yourself a disservice. By the way, I can't find my record, but this is the best find of the year so far for me.
Michael White.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, you showed that on the other day.
It's a spiritual jazz record, kick ass. You should find it.
Rob, it wouldn't let me post that link in chat, but you can probably share it. I put it in the private.
Did you put it in the private chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. Now,
Louis, happy birthday!
How's
Thanks,
it going?
man.
How's it going for you with the Tracking Angle? You happy?
It's good. I'm I just got that batch done. It was kind of a lot to do. And man, I listened one day. I fucking listened to like 7 recordings of Brahms' First Symphony, and that was it took a toll on my brain, I think. But it was fun. It was nice to do. I really prefer to just do regular record reviews and not just like a huge batch, because like doing the huge batch reviews can be a lot of text and a lot of editing and a lot of playing different pressings. Any good equipment coming your way? Yeah, so right now I'm reviewing this Inuos. Right now I'm reviewing this Inuos Zen Mini streamer and power supply.
Nice.
It's a streamer and like a CD vault. It's kind of like the Blue Sound vault. So you can put in, it'll rip your CDs and catalog them in their software, and their software is pretty good. I've been using it. And it also syncs. It's almost kind of like Rune, where it will sync with streaming services. So like right now I have a Qobuz subscription, and so in the Inuos library I can see all the artists and albums both from Qobuz and from my personal CD library, which is kind of cool. And I think this retails for about like $1,600 with the power supply. So it's money, but it's not like something crazy in the stratosphere. And then
when do you have
I've got about 2 months. Usually it's a 2-month turnaround for reviews. I just got this like a week ago, so I expect to have another 6 weeks with it.
Nice.
And then I also have I just got in this new integrated amplifier from Name that I will be reviewing right after that. And that's it's a streaming amplifier. It's their new Class D streaming amplifier. It's about 10 grand. So I don't really know what to expect, because I've heard Name stuff before, but it's always been the Class A B stuff. But I know Name and like Harbeth are supposed to be good combinations. A lot of dealers put those together. I'm not sure. Yeah. Have you guys ever used any Name amps?
No.
Yeah. Their stuff is very this one company, I've always liked how their stuff sounded, but it's definitely been a company where it's like they really don't like you using other gear with their stuff, so they make the connections really difficult. They have in the past. I think they've gotten away from that since Focal bought them. But it used to be like Name amps, like if you wanted a Name power amplifier, you basically had to use a Name preamp because it had proprietary connections.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I don't think they do that anymore.
They've had some weird like integrated units where they combo everything together, and like
that's what this is. This is a streaming amplifier. It's got a touch screen on it. Yeah, it's got a touch screen on it.
Built-in CD player and like one box.
Yeah, I don't think this has a CD player.
I'm sure it doesn't, but
do you guys have an opinion on PS Audio from experience?
I had PS Audio for a while. I had their preamp, the BHK preamp. I had the BHK Stereo 250. Then I upgraded to the BHK 300 monos. I had their Direct Stream Senior DAC. What else?
That's all stuff that I was very interested in at one point. Did you like that stuff?
Yeah, it was all really good. I enjoyed it.
So what did you? I forget. What did you move to then?
After I had the PS Audio, I had the last rendition of its system was the Direct Stream Senior, the BHK preamp, and then the BHK 300 monos, and then I went from all of that into an integrated. I went for the Griffin Diablo integrated. Okay,
that's right, Griffin. Yeah, that is definitely a step up.
Yeah, I went completely integrated.
I've wanted to hear the I have the little Sprout in the bedroom.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you about. Is that worth getting for a room that I'm not necessarily going to treat? Speakers I'm not going to spend $5,000 on. You know,
it's a nice little unit. It's a really good desktop solution. I like it as a desktop solution. I think it sounds. I have it with some ELAC. I forget what the model name is, but the basic ELACs, like the $200 ELACs.
Yeah.
I had the Sprout with the Klipsch RP 600.
Another common combo. I think they sound good, but I don't have them set up in like a pure listening way. I have like one on the dresser and one on the desk, and it's like ambient sound, or like when I'm listening with headphones.
Does it have phono built in or not?
Yeah, it has phono. It has Bluetooth, which is cool. It has a USB DAC in it, so you can plug if you're working on a computer, you can plug it into USB that way. But I also like that it's a headphone amp. I like that.
Yeah, it just seems like a perfect, solution if you're gonna. Because I feel like they make good stuff.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
I like the Sprout. It was nice.
I think the Sprout's a loss leader for them. Really,
it probably is. The other cool thing too, Louis, is their customer service is great.
Yeah,
like customer service is great. Like if you have any issues or whatever, like they really stand behind the stuff that they sell, whether it's their inexpensive stuff or the higher end stuff.
So those Klipsch speakers you were running with that Sprout, those are the 600s. Those are just bookshelf Klipsches, right?
Yeah, just a really inexpensive bookshelf clip.
How did it sound?
Yeah.
It sounded really good. I liked it.
Louis-
I mean, it was. They were. I mean, it wasn't set up like in a room
Sure.
where the speakers
Yeah.
are out from the wall. I was basically. I had it for like where the like the TV in the living room was just like the TV, and then I had a clip speaker on each side on the little table. It had the sprout down there, and then I had a
That'll sound better than any sound bar you can get.
Yeah, and I had a I can't remember the turntable. It had just a Ortofon Red cartridge project. It was a project turntable. It was nice, man.
Yeah.
And
I also I got to run soon, but Luli, I also want to encourage you, if you're looking at stuff like in that range, I also want to encourage you to look at Cambridge Audio. I think their stuff has gotten really good. Like some of their basic integrated amplifiers that are like $500 are really, really solid and sound really good.
Yeah.
And those are more like pure, just an analog integrated amplifier without the streamer, without the DAC, like that kind of stuff. Some of them have a phono preamp built in, but that's more like if you're going for like a system that you're going to sit down and listen to with like stereo speakers and like a setup and everything like that, I have a feeling the Cambridge Audio might be more up your alley.
Okay. Yeah, I'm being very deliberate about not going too far with any of it, because instead of like going like better and better and better, I think I'm going to go different and different and different. You know what I mean? And that'll include a lot of components over the next 10 years or whatever that are better than the ones that I've already like heard. But like, there's an actual serious element of what I do with music when I make it, and then what I do when I'm listening to it, that sort of demands a bit of imperfection and a bit of average. Like when I'm making mixes and stuff, I need to hear it on something that most other people are going to hear it on. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to spend $10,000 ever, maybe. Right. So, but like, I'm happy with like one system being colored in a certain way and listening to that for a really long time, and then switching the way to something different.
Well, I think one of the things, like if that were me in that situation, what I would do is like, I mean, you want to first judge the mixes on like a nice high end system to see if it like sounds good on that. But then like,
well, I do. I judge the mix on my studio monitors and my treated
room. But then like if you were checking it like in a car stereo or something, like for me, what I would be listening to is, okay, did I make this so dynamic that it's not listenable in this setting?
Yeah.
Because like sometimes you listen to really great orchestral music. Well, you can't hear that in the car. Like it'll get quiet and then it'll get really loud and they'll get quiet, and there's a noise floor. But like if you're listening to a rock mix, like a Led Zeppelin album sounds great on stereo, but it can also sound good in the car.
Yeah.
And those aren't bad mixes. And I'm pretty sure you know. So you don't have to necessarily sacrifice like what it would sound like on the 2-channel.
Yeah.
2 questions before you leave, Michael. Did you ever do a video? 10 Vinyl Outsiders.
I did one that was like 25. I should do a video talking about imprint stuff, but literally it's just like all the imprint stuff is going to be Analog Productions and the Deutsche Grammophon original source.
I mean, as someone who regularly reaches out. As someone who regularly reaches out to Michael when I find stuff, his general answer is that get the Analog Productions stuff.
That living stereo series. That living stereo series is a godsend. I mean, it's 60-ish records, and they're all good. They're all really good.
What'd you say if you had to buy one of the current Analog Productions? Living stereo titles.
Rimsky-Korsakov Scheherazade with Fritz Reiner and the Chicago Symphony is an easy to recommend one. They make that in a 33 and a double 45. Sounds great. What's another good one? The Bartok Concerto for Orchestra with Fritz Reiner and the Chicago Symphony. That's on 33.
I know you've recommended one, but my favorite's the Hulse of the Planets. What's the best? What's the best version of that?
Well, right now the only imprint one is one that's in the William Steinberg box set, Deutsche Grammophon.
Of the Planets?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. The best version was the one we played in marching band.
Oh God.
My school song was Jupiter from the Planets.
How
I'm
much
not even
is
joking.
the box set? What's the name of the box set?
So it's a really great box set. Let me grab it real quick.
Okay.
It's the William Steinberg Boston Symphony Orchestra box set. It's a 3 LP box set. And it has his Boston Symphony recordings, the conductor William Steinberg, and it's got 3 really good ones on here. It's got Gustav Holst, The Planets. It's got Richard Strauss's also Sprach Zarathustra.
There we go.
This is the one that opens 2001: A Space Odyssey. That piece.
Yeah.
With the
And
monkeys.
it's got one of my favorite underrated composers and underrated pieces. It's got Paul Hindemith's Matisse der Maler.
When was that box put out?
Late last year, so end of 2023.
So
but you can get it on you can get it on Amazon right now.
Was that done in the same way that they're doing these new reissues, or no?
Yeah, it's the original source. It's Mark was the one that reviewed this, but you can look at the review on Tracking Angle. I've listened to 3 of these, but the Hindemith is awesome, really good.
They're not selling them individually, right?
No, it's only as the box set. I think the box set's like $100. But it's a lot of. I think it's a good value. It's good recordings.
Now what is the best version of the Pulse of Planets?
Probably the one with Zubin Mehta and the Los Angeles Philharmonic. That is ORG did it as a double 45 a couple years ago. That is going for some money now. There's also the original London pressing that sounds pretty decent. That is actually sounds really good, and you can get that for like $20 on the secondary market near mint.
But your choice is the Zubin Mehta one, right?
If I were to Desert Island Disc, it's the Zubin Mehta, but it's not in print. You'd have to hunt it down.
Okay.
I think I have it
Also, the Andre, it's one of those pieces that's been recorded a lot, and a lot of people have great versions. The Andre Previn one is also really good with the London Symphony Orchestra on EMI. That's a good version.
I think
it's a very digestible piece.
That for next to nothing, Rob.
Yeah. Anyway, I got to run and start cooking dinner.
Okay.
But,
all right. Good to see you, Mike.
All right. Yeah. Good chatting with y'all. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye.
Hey, I'm on the big screen. Rob, if I leave, will you still be on when I get home off the freeway in a half hour?
No, I think I don't want to bleed in. I know Stephen Schneed does at 6, but I'm tired. I have a lot to do. I wanted to do a quick stream. So we're probably going to go another 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got to get on the road.
Okay, well, don't forget your microphone.
I'm taking Mr. Microphone with me.
All right, Greg. Nice meeting you, man.
Can you record yourself pull it up to a stop sign with a hot chick walking by?
Hey, good looking. I posted that on my Instagram the other day. Did you guys see it? Please see it and like it.
Microphone?
Yeah. The whole commercial, not just, hey, good looking.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous commercial. Okay, thank you all.
Right. Thanks for coming up. We'll talk to you later. All right, Louie, you're not going out for your birthday to celebrate or what?
No, it's a school night.
You don't have any kids.
School night is a term for we have work in the morning and responsibilities and shit. I don't go out and do anything anyway.
I don't like to either.
Well, if it's
my birthday is Sunday. I'm doing an auction all day on my birthday. I'll probably be boxing up records.
Yeah, but you love that. That's your favorite thing to do.
No, it's not. My favorite thing to do is nothing. I really like doing nothing.
I hate doing nothing, but I can't make a decision to do stuff. All I fucking do is practice.
Did you get the Jackpot reissue? Because I have an OG mono of that record. The Mel Brown Soul, whatever. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big birthday guy. I act like I'm 12. I don't care how old I am.
I'm probably about to head out too. I'm gonna go listen to some records before I.
Hey, Chris, I did find that John Zorn, Sonny Clark Memorial album.
Oh, you did?
Well, here's the funny thing about that album. Like OGs are $50 or up on that, but there was a reissue put out in 2017-ish.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Right, but it's from this weird company, but it does say in fine print licensed from Soulnote. It sounds fine. It sounds good. I found it for like $16 used at Amoeba.
Yeah.
But I looked into it, and I mean it sounds fine, but I was curious. Like it kind of comes off with one of those kind of gray market reissue labels, but it says officially licensed. So
Yeah, I mean, I have that one, and I bought it on Amazon for maybe like $25 or something like that a while
you
back.
can't get it's all sold out everywhere.
Yeah,
I luckily found it at Amoeba. It's a
I wonder
kick-ass.
if the original sounds better because that one sounds really good, man.
Well, no, it sounds good, but Soul Notes generally really sound good. They're good
Okay.
sound. I mean, they're Soul Notes that Mal Waldron Siegel's record. That thing goes for $1 billion. That's a Soul Note. But I enjoyed it a lot. I think I showed it on one of my streams.
Oh, it's a different cover too.
No, same cover.
Oh, okay.
Good. That's a good album, Elliot. It was one of those shelved records. The Dexter Gordon Clubhouse. It came out in like 1980. It was on the shelf, but that's a good record. I really enjoyed that one. So you'll be happy.
Oh, 86.
86 is when the original came out.
And it says
every
Italy.
Huh?
It says Italy.
Yeah, Soul Notes is the Italian jazz.
I had no idea.
Yeah. There's two. There's Red Records is an Italian label.
I
think there's another one.
Black
too.
Saint. This is Black Saint.
But I think Soul Note and Black Saint are kind of
the same.
Might be owned by the same people.
I think Heavy Psych Sounds is Italian too.
Dang, yeah, this is expensive to try and find an original one.
Yeah, no, I looked around. The ones I could find were not in good condition, like VG.
Yeah.
Hey, so wait, you got the Billy Harper in Europe?
Which Billy? No, I don't have a Billy Harper.
Mike saying that he got it.
Wow.
Was it put out by Steeplechase, Mike? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, what's up, Scotty? How's it going, man?
So are you going to stream on Tuesdays as a rule, Rob?
No. There's no rules in streaming. Look, I explained this to you before.
Whoa.
I'll be nice to you because it's your birthday.
Be nice to me. Don't raise your voice.
People think I don't. I have a full-time job. And when I teach in take care, Chris. Thanks for coming. When I teach in person, my schedule changes. It's all different. But I would prefer to do Wednesdays, but I teach in person on Wednesday. I'm not free.
Maybe I'll do Wednesday then, if people are interested, because I'm usually bored.
Next month it could change. I might be free Wednesday.
Well, then you've missed out because I will have Wednesday, and you can't stream at the same time as me, and I was there first.
No, I was there first.
No.
Listen, dude.
Nuh-uh. Where's everybody?
Listen. Okay, when you have earned the disrespect and the respect of the same amount of people, then you can talk.
I don't want any of that.
Hold on. See, yeah. No, Mike's saying, geez, stop commenting, people, so I can click on a comment. Okay, I'm going to go check that out. I'm tired. I'm ordering too many records.
You think?
I've got to clean so many for the auction, though. Here's some I just cleaned. This will be in it. This Jim Hall in Berlin. It's nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Feeding a hot dog. I hope it's his daughter. This is a kick-ass record.
Sealed for your protection.
It's Harold Lamb, but this is good. This is in it. I have a bunch of Pat Martino records. This is a kick-ass one in the shrink. This, I have to check and see if mine's still in the shrink. This Muddy Waters record, King B. I think I'm going to part. I'm not a big Gil Scott Heron fan. This is an OG Flying Dutchman. This will be in it. Yeah. So those are some I've just cleaned. There's a lot more. I have 2 full boxes. There'll be at least maybe 160 records I'll have on hand, maybe more.
The only nights to avoid really are Sunday because of George, and
here's the deal. I believe you will cultivate and find your own audience, and these live streams can coexist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I just don't want to step on anybody's. I wouldn't do Sunday for that reason.
Well, you have horrible insomnia, right?
Well, I'm hoping not forever, but yeah.
I think if you stake out a time at night that you feel is good.
Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe.
Do you have a master plan? Do you have something you want to communicate? What you want to do? Do you want to play music? Do you want to talk music? Do you want to talk how shitty carbonated diet beverages are for your body? What do you want to talk about?
All those things.
What's up, Shane? How you doing?
I'm interested in all those things. What'd you get me for my birthday?
My disrespect.
But I thought I had to earn that. It can't be given.
I'm using the Humming Guru. If there's 5 things I highly recommend for people, the Humming Guru is one of the 5.
I recommend not cleaning your records.
Yeah, but you're a moron.
Oh.
Listen, here's the deal. Do you wash your hands before you eat a meal?
Yes.
Then clean your records before you listen to them.
No.
Listen, do you handle cash money a lot?
No, I have people that do that for me.
But there's so much shit on cash money. It goes through so many hands. I'm not a germaphobe. I'll drop a piece of food on the ground and pick it up and eat it. But I'm just saying.
I don't touch my records, man.
Listen.
I use the force.
Hey, listen, Chris. You're pretty lazy. Can you do something with this Louis guy? He's just broken.
It doesn't matter what I say. You'll get worked up no matter what. Clean your records, kids.
Dude, just clean your. Well, it's easy for you to say, Gus. You live in Texas. For us people who don't have access to smoke, actually, I do. The Whole Foods near me has a smoker, and they make really good smoked brisket. But
Dana brings up a great point in that you don't eat records.
Well, have you been around him? It's almost like he does. No, I'm just saying, clean your records. Come on.
Yeah, I have to get a Humming Guru.
Guy who advocates cleaning your records.
Elliot loves cleaning records. He has the NASA manual on cleaning records. He showed it to us.
I didn't want to get gross, Louis.
Oh, you still don't have to. It's still a decision.
But after you do a number 2, what do you normally do? You clean yourself. Clean your records, man.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I do several things.
I didn't know he was playing the Hollywood Bowl, but I bought my tickets to see Herbie Hancock in the Headhunters in August. When is the are you coming out here for the show? Hastings?
That's a good question. Will you just clean my records for me? And then send them back to me for free?
No.
Why not?
Dude, buy a Humming Guru. You'll be the toast of the town. Go over to Chris's house. Use his.
Chris lives 180 miles away. It takes forever to get there. But yeah, I should.
I mean, look at you right now. I'm going to make you big. Hold that pose.
Please don't.
Hold that pose. Dude, your hands are all over your face. Clean your records, man.
I don't touch them. I do the thing. I see you touch the grooves of your records regularly.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I've seen it several times this week.
No, I don't. You want to see how I handle records?
I've seen it.
No, it's like
when you're not paying attention. See, yeah. I've seen you do that and then put your big old giant mitts right on track 1.
I think, hey, everyone. I think I found my number 1 stalker.
Who is it? Is it
you?
Me? Oh, because I can remember things that I see.
No. Turn your camera around to your computer screen and see the graph and charts and spreadsheets.
Yeah. Well, that's actually the wall with like yarn and pins and pictures and stuff. And a big picture of you in the Ram outfit.
Hey, look. I've met Cesar, humble, kid, and he's telling you to fucking buy a home and do it.
The peer pressure, I thought that we were over that after what?
No.
Middle school? No? Turns out middle school never
I
ends.
I'm against doing polls because people hack them, but it seems like most people are saying clean your records, Louie.
I'm against picketing. I just don't know how to show it.
Look, if someone like Mazzy, who was against cleaning records, came over to the clean side from the dirty side.
Did he get a Humming Guru or a degritter?
He got a Humming Guru. Don't spend a lot of money. I'm a big believer in working your way up to everything in this hobby. I didn't start off with good shit. I worked my way up to it. Oh, look, we're about to end the stream, you weirdo.
Not now.
You have nothing to contribute.
Rob's just tearing everybody a new asshole today for no reason. Just being mean. Why are you so mean?
You need to clean your records because they sound like shit if you don't.
Yes, there you go. It's tough love, Louie. Get used to it.
Yeah.
It's like eating off the floor.
Yeah.
I do that though.
No, at the Airbnb with the roach crawling next to you.
Yeah. Oh wait, Louie ate off the floor?
No, he didn't. He wasn't there.
I will though.
Hey, let me tell you something about Louie. So I go into this Airbnb, him and Chris and other people are sharing. You open the fridge, and there was a gigantic bowl of fruit, like bigger than there should be.
Yeah, that's Louie.
Like he was doing a science experiment.
Yeah, it was. The experiment was, can I eat this when I'm hungry? And turns out I could.
You didn't finish it. You didn't finish it?
I did. Well, actually, technically, Jose finished it, but yeah, we
he did.
I just, because I was I just quit taking this goddamn thing because it was driving me nuts.
Oh, Caesar has a very good point here. Louis, you don't take a dump without using your bidet. Don't listen to a record without.
Oh, wait.
That's
right. That's the greatest point, Chris. I forgot that Louis was trying to
The
get
bidet
me
man.
to buy some sort of concocted bidet device.
You should. If
You should.
You will become a full human if you do.
Yeah, for real.
Chris, I bought that Hudson Hi-Fi stylus cleaner just now. It was only $22 on
What is this?
Which one do you use?
Yeah, I have that one.
No, I mean I have one of those, but it's not doing the job.
Yeah.
You live in a humid climate. I live in a dry one. I feel when the weather gets warm, there's more dust, and it just goes right to my records while I'm playing.
A good point to that too for static, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you clean a record in a Humming Guru and put it in an anesthetic sleeve, you never really have a static problem with that record again.
Well, I do that.
I know. I'm just saying that's another reason to wet clean records is it gets rid of all that.
And by the way, people, here you go. I just got this in the mail.
Is that a brick of cocaine?
I bought 300 inner sleeves. They're all the same. They just print their name on them differently. These were 50 something bucks for 300.
Yeah, but then you got to read checkout store on every one of them, and instead of something cool
like Moffy.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a dump and reading my rice paper inner sleeves.
I had to take a dump the other day without my phone. It was like the worst day of my life. Is there a shampoo bottle around here?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your go-to activity with your phone while you're going number 2?
TikTok, obviously.
I stopped using TikTok. I don't think I meant to. I just logged out and I don't know my password, so I just use Instagram.
Come back in again.
Boring.
My brain's already rotten.
You know what? I like how TikTok, I'm almost over food TikTok. It gets a little hard where they keep recommending restaurants and shit.
Yeah. But chef reviews are great.
How many different ways can you cook a taco?
Chef reviews are great, Rob. Have you seen his?
That was awesome.
I like when he starts off going, "This is gonna be horrible," and then he goes, "I'd eat that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 out of 10. I'd eat probably the whole thing.
I'm still
Now
a
we
word.
know.
I'm still a words with friends guy, Shane. Not a Wordle.
Wordle. That seems like
Wordle.
too much work.
Yeah.
Wordle?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't go in for fads.
I'm going for fads.
I don't want to show
Of course,
Thursday
this
night.
depends
I'm
on quality.
showing records. I'm an auction. I hate showing the records when Chris is around because then he goes, "Put it in my pile."
Oh,
already-
because
you
of the
already
record.
took away-
Yeah, okay. Well, let me piggyback on that. Everyone hates showing records when you're fucking around, Rob, because the first thing you say is, "Oh, I have 6 OGs of that. Mine's better. I have an OG of that.
No,
I have
when
I have the
Chris-
lacquers of that.
When Chris shows them, I go, "You stole that record from me."
I have Bernie Grum in a closet."
I'm gonna put this in the auction. I haven't cleaned or listened to it yet, but this is like this first big bootleg of Bob Dylan that had stuff that ended up coming out on his bootleg stuff. Someone wrote all of. I think these came out just blank.
What record did you put in my pile? I forgot.
The Sonny Chris OJC, which probably would have sold for a bunch of dough.
I'll pay for it, obviously.
You're gonna,
yeah, but it won't be worked up into a
lather.
A lather. Oh, this one, this Faith No More record, Louis.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that era of Faith No More. I know that's blasphemous, but I don't like. I like Mike Patton.
See the guy with the eyebrow ring?
No.
No, who's that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is the guy with the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know much about that. You can throw that away.
What was it?
Dude, people like it. This
Neil Young's awesome. How dare you? That's upside down. Somebody can tell what it is.
That is Samuel L. Jackson in a wig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson in a wig. You got it. You hit it.
Tell me it doesn't look like that.
I have a question, Rob.
I think I'm going to do this one. Kenny.
Hey, do this one. So this record?
Yes.
You have another copy of this, right?
Yes. It's the OG regular US.
Did it sound better?
Like
this one doesn't sound bad. It sounds good. It sounds fine, but it seemed like the drums.
I thought that one sounded good, but it's not the best. I think recording probably.
That's what I was wondering because the drums and the bass were kind of like way in the background on that.
No, I don't remember listening to the US. Might not even have listened to it yet.
Probably be selling this thing, Godforsaken record.
Why? What's the matter with it?
Nothing. It's just fucking. It's like super free jazz. And it's too free jazzy for me.
Why don't you put that in my pile?
You don't have a pile.
I'm putting it back on you. You do have a pile. You have 2 records for me, so put that in my pile.
Hey, Nick wants to know about that Faith No More record.
Where's Nick?
Nick Fantasy. He's in the.
I know.
Oh, the novice Nick. I was like, wow, that's wild.
Where are you, Fantasy?
He's in there.
Comment.
He's talking to himself.
It's the one above that of his. He's just asking what he probably wants it if it's in good condition.
It is in good condition. That's why I'm selling it. I'm not trying to sell
I don't know. You've got a reputation.
Nick has bought Nick. Okay. Nick has bought records from me. So
I'm just kidding. Don't fricking go off the deep end.
Okay, let me see. This record has to be cleaned.
Clearly.
But it looks beautiful. Very
Me
nice.
too. Yeah, me too. I'm more Pablo too.
Very nice.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah.
Why?
Maybe he wants it.
Have you used the checkout store outer sleeves, Rob?
Yes. No, they suck.
Yeah.
They fall apart at the seams. I'll show you the ones I use. It's right over here. Where are you at? These ones are good. The checkout the store inner outer sleeves suck. They come apart. I'll show you the ones I use.
Those are premature and beginning.
These.
Hopefully, we have a birthday.
These are get these
Thanks,
on
man.
Amazon. These are good.
Which ones?
Yeah, those are the ones I use.
These are these EVO. These are good. But check out those suck. They fall apart.
Do they come with olive oil?
There, that it splits down the seam.
That's probably true, LMX.
This is one record I do have for you, you moron.
For me?
A moron.
Yes.
What is it? Who's on that? Oh yeah, I want that. Really?
Yeah,
Joanne
yeah,
Brackeen, bro.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know.
hey, here's a good record. If I can find it. This one. You need this.
I have 2 copies of that, you moron. I
Oh,
just got
whatever.
another one.
Moron.
My
That's good.
original was all scratched up. I found a clean one of that.
Yeah, this one's cool. Joanne Brackeen
Actually,
and Clint Houston.
So
awesome.
there are 2 records. You have to get the other one
Okay.
with both of them.
I just want anything she plays on, basically. It's my goal now.
Yes, I have to order one off of someone made me an offer on eBay for one.
What, are you selling one?
No, an offer like I put it in my want list and they sent me an offer.
Oh,
And I
that
bet
happens?
For your
That's
stupid
interesting.
I'm going to buy it out of spite right now to rub it in your face. And I'll show you
Okay.
it.
Why are you so mean all the time, Rob?
He thinks
I
other people give a shit about his collection.
I've never had real love.
Yeah. You can barely tell.
It's just-
I was never told I did a good job by the people
Yeah.
that mattered the least.
This is the way, CJ.
Okay.
Also, I'm just going to assume anytime CJ posts, he's taking a dump now. He said he does a Discord in the
Wait,
bathroom.
I think I have. Let me go look at my wall list because I think maybe there was a sealed copy of this Joanne Brackeen record, and I might not take the offer from this person.
Did y'all see that Joe Harley and Don Was are going to be doing a show on Twitch tomorrow about the Sonny Rollins Vanguard Tone Poet?
Sounds boring.
Yeah, well, what I want them to do is fucking come out with what's in that Lee Morgan box.
That could happen, maybe. Who knows? We could ask the question. Maybe they would reveal it.
I have to work tomorrow. Can you ask that question for me?
Yes.
Can you put that question in his pile?
Yeah.
Can you put
Oh,
Louie in my
shit.
pile?
Saw her 2 weeks ago. I bet she was great. That's awesome.
Who?
Joanne.
Where'd you see her at? New York.
Dude, he's Notes and Tones is the only fucking real jazz cat around here. He's living the life, seeing the shit live.
What do you blame on participation trophies?
Walking the walk. He's blaming, I'm going to guess, Wax's demeanor.
We're
on
going to end the
participation
stream.
Trophies.
Frederick. We're gonna end the stream soon. Chris came up here and extended it.
Frederick, save that for Friday night because I want to see it because I'm thinking about buying it. That box set you got.
What box is he going to show?
It's a box. I can't remember the guy's name right now because I'm blanking out. He's a drummer in Sweden, I believe. I'm an idiot. I don't know. I took an edible.
Yeah, Chris. I have 20 copies of Brazilian Psych.
But anyway, it's a really kick-ass. It's a really kick-ass looking box. It's called Conversation, and it's like however many letters are in that word. That's how many LPs it is.
Why do you feel that it's going to be volume 2 and 3 only? Why can't it be 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know.
No one knows, but it's provocative.
Oh, solo all Ellington. That's pretty badass.
What now?
When he saw Joanne, it was solo all. She played Ellington tunes.
He's like 80 years old now, right?
Yes, Florian. Thank you. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, Florian Urban's Conversations, Swiss drummer. I was close. I said Swedish. But...
Yeah.
Does Mazzy know what Twitch is?
Is Mazzy broken?
Yeah.
I think you're too old to go on Twitch.
Maybe he's just describing what he's doing right now.
He needs more input. He's Johnny Five.
I just want to know. I just want to know what's in the box.
Yeah.
What's in the fucking box? Yeah, that is on Twitch tomorrow. I gave up Twitch streaming because nobody ever shows up.
Wait, Joe Harley and Don Was are only streaming on Twitch?
Yes, they're streaming on Twitch. Don Was and Joe Harley are streaming on Twitch.
When is this happening?
Let me look at it.
Your fucking streams are never like Twitch streams that are just somebody playing a record are never going to work.
I don't give a shit.
Well, then quit crying about it.
No.
Crybaby Jazz Bum Chris came up and ruined our chances of escaping.
All right, I'm going to give you the information if you're not assholes. So it's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific
No, I'm
Oh,
busy.
I can watch that.
on twitch.tv/3points. If you look on Joe Harley's Facebook, he's got it up there. It's a weird time, though. I'm like working then.
Well, isn't Dom was touring right now? I think he's touring.
I don't know. I think so.
He's playing concerts with whatever group he has.
Never say sweet to us. Oh, that's fair, dude. I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid American. We don't know the difference.
All right, I think I want to get going. It's time to eat dinner, make dinner.
What are you going to make, Rob?
I have grass-fed beef patties that will make a lovely hamburger.
So what do you put on a hamburger? I'm going to guess you're weird.
No, not a weird hamburger person. Here's what I'm planning to do on my burger.
Mm-hmm.
Onions.
Got it.
I think I'm going to do it the style where you slice them thin, put them on one side of the patty, and flip them over and cook them.
Mm-hmm.
Jalapenos and cheese.
Are you cooking this in your apartment?
Yeah.
I'm not
No, he's going to
really-
go out on the balcony.
Yes, I'm cooking it in my apartment.
Seems questionable.
What the? Oh, okay, now hold on. Why does that seem questionable to cook in your apartment?
Cooking a hamburger in your apartment is going to like be smoky and greasy everywhere. I don't know.
Well,
Not if
I don't
you're-
know how you cook hamburgers. They cook within. I make my hamburger
3 minutes.
I make my hamburger very thin. It cooks very quickly.
So onion, jalapeno, cheese, ketchup, mustard, or what?
Mayo, ketchup, and mustard.
Yeah. Okay.
Gross.
That's I'm
That's
with you on that.
Do you eat Thousand Island dressing? That's ketchup and mustard.
No,
Okay.
it's for 5-year-olds.
No, it isn't. It's for normal human beings.
I'm with Rob on the burger thing. See, what there's not a combination of toppings where I would have called you out for being weird. It would have been like, I don't put cheese or anything else on it. That is fucking weirds me out when people are like
I'll
that.
tell
That's
you.
gross. Plain hamburger is disgusting.
Okay, here's. I hope this is a popular opinion. I don't think I've eaten a good raw tomato in 40 years.
Because they don't exist on the
They
planet.
don't exist. That's true.
It used to be not Nick Pantisi. Who's in New Jersey right now? Used to be the best soil for tomatoes was in Jersey.
I think it's
But
been
I
Italy
haven't-
for quite some
I
time.
don't like tomatoes on my burger or tomatoes on my sandwiches because I have not eaten a good tomato in 40
Here's the
years.
secret to that.
Midwest gardens still have them. Like your grandma's house probably has some good ones.
I'm growing tomatoes right now in my backyard.
Nothing grows well in Texas.
It grows
See,
fine.
Nick Novice Nick, as I meant to ask. Jersey.
Have you heard of the Valley, Louis?
Yeah, that's where Rob lives.
No, it's not.
No, I live near the ocean. I live the opposite of the valley.
The Valley in Texas, we grow all kinds of stuff down there.
Who's this we?
The state.
Texans?
What do you mean, you people?
Yes. No, but if you want a good tomato, you gotta get an heirloom tomato.
Your taste buds are numbed up from all that Diet Coke, man.
Hey, and Rob, did you also notice that jalapenos don't have anywhere near as much punch as they did 10 years ago?
I'm okay with that. I love spicy food.
Mhm.
So I like my chicken wing spicy. I want to be able to enjoy the sum of the parts of a burger. That's what I want. I like the snap and a little bit of tang of just a fine jalapeno, but I do like spicy foods.
Is it like a point of like principle that you refuse to say jalapeno correctly?
I can
How's
call
it
you
say
an
it?
asshole. I think that's the way you say it.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Yes,
think
Eddie knows what's up.
I'm very happy I'm leaving the stream that people agree they haven't put a good tomato. That tomatoes suck. They're not grown correctly.
Someone who actually farmed in Texas says that there's places to grow. So I'll listen to that person over you,
Yeah,
Chris.
but in the United States of America, the best tomatoes come from New Jersey. I'm not a big fan of saying good things come from New Jersey, but the tomatoes.
Yeah. That would be the one and only thing that's good in New Jersey then.
No,
if that's
there are
true.
other good things in New Jersey. You can get good
Mike's from New
bagels
Jersey.
and stuff like that. I'm just saying, if you've tried driving in New Jersey, it's stupid. There's all U-turns. It's nonsense.
The Bloodhound gang
Really?
told me never to go there. So
The one thing they have going for them is the full service gas stations, though. That would be. I wish those would come here.
yeah,
come
and the
back.
gas is $6 extra a gallon.
That's okay.
Thank you, Carlos. Tomatoes suck. Someone tell me where I can get a good tomato. I haven't
I
eaten
already
one in
told
20
you.
years.
You gotta get heirloom.
I thought we
tomatoes.
established New Jersey. Just call up New Jersey.
Even when I go to a farmer's market, I get the tomato home and
And they
it's just
suck. Yeah.
it's gritty and
Yeah.
Well, you're buying the wrong tomatoes. Yeah,
I mean,
Have Jazz Bums Mike send you a crate of tomatoes
true.
from the New Jersey tomato factory.
LMX has a good
hey,
point.
you
here.
know what? Listen, dude. I'll take LA traffic over New Jersey traffic. Here's the
I
problem.
sort of will too.
Here's the deal. You have to U-turn to turn around. You don't have to do that in California. So eat it with the U-turns in New
Is
Jersey.
Mazzy okay?
No, I don't even think it's the real Mazzy.
He's answering a question.
Which one of the possible 30 that we just rantled off?
Probably this one because Roma tomatoes aren't heirloom at all. Heirloom's gonna look weird and be a funny color.
Don't mail me a tomato. It won't come good. The heat and the
Whoa,
mood.
that's what she said.
I don't want bruised tomatoes either.
There's no pleasing you.
Speaking of tomatoes, you have a date tomorrow on Rachel's stream. That's weird.
I don't have any dates. They want me to go with the girl who murdered someone we can all agree that should be, figuratively murdered.
Right.
What?
No, just let's stay on the tomato subject.
Oh, Rob.
Look at this. That's nice.
I was you two met me in Austin. Was I a pleasant guy in Austin?
Yes.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
I didn't have any problem with anyone except for Louis.
Fuck you. What
Hey,
did I
look,
do? What did I do?
You bitched about the music choices in the car too much.
Yeah,
And
because I didn't.
You want me to sit in silence for 4 hours. That's what.
I didn't think you guys actually listened to jazz.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have one thing to say to both of you.
Mhm. That song makes my wife irrationally angry.
Why?
I don't know. Because if I hum it, it gets stuck in her head.
But because look, watch. I will tell you something about that song. It's the best song to scat to. Watch.
There you go.
Yeah, Chris was playing some smooth jazz in the car
That is a fucking lie.
while we were super pissed off that we couldn't park anywhere.
Here's the best way to picture Louis and Chris driving across Texas. Love lift us up where we belong.
Friends listen to Endless Love on road trips.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask a question?
You just did.
What?
You want to ask two more?
No. When both your hands reach for the radio at the same time?
Yeah. And they kind of touch. Yeah.
Oh, I had the quick drop.
Except for it's me trying to turn the jazz off and him trying to swat my hand away.
Honesty's too much.
Oh, man.
The honesty's too much.
I had a great time.
I know Chris hates Buc-ee's, but did you go to Buc-ee's? Because
Chris doesn't hate Buc-ee's. Dude, we had breakfast at Buc-ee's 2X. It was great.
I hate Buc-ee's politics.
Okay, hold on. This is a good question, Richard James.
Hmm.
I do have a favorite episode, and there's two responses.
Surprise.
This response, I like the episode where there's a misunderstanding, and then there's a misunderstanding. That's the joke. But there's one great episode of Three's Company. That's the one with Greg Brady in it, where Janet likes him a lot and brings Jack with her to this party on Catalina or something. And then Jack is sick, and he takes some sort of crazy drug where he goes nuts. Remember that? That's the best episode of Three's Company.
This is another good question, but I don't want Rob to answer it. I want me and Louis to answer it for Rob. Which Three's Company character do you most identify with? Do you most identify Rob with? What do you
Oh,
think, Louis?
Sending out waves.
the gay one.
There's not a gay one.
No, he fakes he's gay, dude.
Jack?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking Larry.
I do an impression of the character. Do you want to see
Okay.
it?
Was it Mr. Furley?
Yes.
Mr.
The
Furley's the best.
That fuck the okay. Unpopular opinion. Fuck the ropers. It's all
No.
fuck.
I can't.
Fuck the
My
ropers.
memory has been
All-
expunged too
There,
much.
there you go, Nick Fantasy. Fuck the ropers. It's all Ralph Furley for me. And watch. Here's Ralph Furley, or Don Knotts' best. Here you went like this. Smooth.
That was terrifying.
The Ropers were great too.
I had a friend I worked with that he would do that impression all the time. That was like his
Mr.
favorite.
Roper's wife was awesome.
I mean,
That's true.
Audra Lindley's fine, but fuck the Ropers, Ralph Furley all the way.
Did you ever watch their spinoff show, The Ropers?
You know, at that time, I hated Jeffrey Tambor. Here's another unpopular or a popular opinion. Young Jeffrey Tambor sucks. Old Jeffrey Tambor, awesome. When he became the sidekick on the Larry Sanders Show, awesome. The young version who was on the Love Boat and episodic TV.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Bad.
Fuck that guy. Yeah. Rip Torn's the best thing on the Larry Sanders show. Though.
Young Jeffrey Tambor was annoying. Old Jeffrey Tambor, good. When he's the dad on Arrested Development, good.
Yeah. That's fair.
Do you agree with that opinion?
100%. It's not an opinion, it's a fact.
I'm neutral.
Well,
I don't have a horse in this race.
When he was Hank on Larry Sanders.
Yeah, but Rip Torn was the best on Larry Sanders.
Rip Torn in
Fuck those cocktails, Larry.
Yes, and Rip Torn in Dodgeball.
Yes, Rip Torn and Dodgeball.
Yeah. She starts throwing wrenches at him. It's my favorite.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can
I
dodge a
remember
ball.
testing that movie. I
bet it didn't do very well.
No, it tested through the roof. Are you crazy? I'll tell you a good story. There were two versions of the film, different endings. We did a side-by-side screening in Pasadena on one of the hottest days in the world. One of the theater's air conditioning broke right before the screening. One condition, beautiful air conditioning. No one left that hot, sweltering theater. No one left. No one walked out. That's how good the movie was.
Well, what was it, like 80 degrees or something?
It was like a sweaty mess in that theater.
Does
No
it
one
even get
left.
hot in
I loved that
California?
movie. Listen, it's not often that a movie just plays so well, and that's a movie that played incredibly well.
Oh, I just had a thought about Louis. Are you named after Louis from I forgot. Oh, never mind.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Karen's gonna name that kitten. She did a lot of taking care of it and with its legs and everything, and so
You have another cat?
she's gonna name it. Yeah, they brought it to a clinic. It had broken both of its femurs. It's like 6 weeks old, so we're fixing it up. And
I can't do a Barney Fife impression. The only do I do an impression for someone from Andy Griffith?
Aunt
I mean,
B?
there's a
could
salad named after me.
Opie, come and dinner's ready with fried chicken. I went to a restaurant once in Southern Virginia. It was like a family style restaurant. And someone asked me to describe it, and I said, imagine what Aunt B's cooking tastes like. That's what this place was like.
Here's a question for Louis. If you were a vampire, would you be sad about having to eat people, or would you just kill with relish?
I would kill with relish.
Well,
Dill relish, though, not sweet relish.
Apparently, if you're a vampire, it's the inner urge to do it. It's in your DNA, so you don't think you're filling.
You've obviously not seen Interview with a Vampire.
I have, and I'm just saying, that's not the definition of all vampireness,
Isn't it?
No.
Well, I watched it on acid a couple of times, so it made a real impression.
Yeah, that'll do that. I can't believe you would choose to do that.
Okay,
Awesome.
we're gonna go one more minute. It'll be
Okay.
2 hours flat. I need to eat. My blood sugar's low, and I have records to clean. And
Yeah, that beef's gonna help with that blood sugar.
listen, I don't need diet advice from Mr. Diet Coke.
Louis knows how to diet.
That's true.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Nick Fantasy has the hots from Sophia from the Golden Girls.
Oof.
I'll tell you one thing.
Who's the hottest Golden Girl? That's a good question.
I didn't find any of them attractive. But
They're not G-MILFs.
I think the Golden Girls is an awesome show.
Oh, it's a great show. Weren't you watching like some weird acid trip version of the Golden Girls, Rob?
Okay, so apparently about 10 years ago, Dutch television bought a bunch of Golden Girl scripts and shot like 10 episodes. If you want to get high as shit, go on YouTube. I think it's Dutch television, but it's one of the Nordic countries or Scandinavians or whatever. It is bizarre. Bizarre, I tell you.
Blanche. You don't hear too many Blanches anymore.
Yeah.
No
Shane,
shit.
listen, Shane, you're not hitting for the bleachers with the Blanche comment. She's the one who would have sex with anybody.
That's true. Oh shit.
Rob, would you give Blanche a good wiener in?
You want to know something that's funny? And this is what always troubles me. Because like Norman Felt, Mr. Roper, he was barely 50 years old. I'm older than Mr. Roper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably almost the same age as the Golden Girls.
When
That's
they started, yeah.
Bizarre.
Bro, it's a lot. It's a...
You know what? I have a feeling. Music Talk with John. Here's my feeling.
Bush.
If you are in Florida, man, right? You will pick up the Golden Girls.
True.
If you hooked up with B. Arthur, she would snap your wiener off like
a... Now we're talking.
Just go to the villages.
She would punch you. That like her thing, I bet, was
B. Wiener Snapper Arthur.
He was great in that show, Maude. Remember Maude, Rob?
Okay, you want to talk about hot? Popular opinion. Adrienne Barbeau on Maude. Hot. She had amazing breasts. As a little kid, I go,
a little too
what is
crazy
that?
for me.
Adrienne Barbeau on Maude was my introduction to what a lady should be like.
Yeah, that's fair. Mine was the Sears catalog.
That turned out well.
The woman who played the Sophia was the youngest of all of them, right? And she played one of the mom.
She was in Swamp Thing. She was married to John Carpenter for a period of time.
Swamp Thing. Very misunderstood.
How old do you think Rob is, Shane?
I didn't work in TV testing anyway.
TV testing would be fun.
Did you hear that? There was that rumor that a bunch of SNL women would do a reboot of the Golden Girls. They need to do a reboot.
That'd be cool. I'd watch that. All right, I think
I'll tell you. Okay, another comment that I think is a popular comment. The best thing that ever happened in the last 10 years was that viral campaign to get Betty White to host SNL. That was like one of the best things ever.
I'm so sad she didn't make it to 100.
I don't look 61. I don't feel like I look like I'm in my 60s. And I'm not in my 60s. Don't age me, please.
Don't age me. Don't age me, bro.
Okay, I'll tell you Music Talk with John. This is a good question. I have the serious hots for Kristen Wiig. I do. There's something about her. I really do have the hots for her. She does it for me. Okay? I really haven't said that out loud before.
Well, now it's over.
Now there's going to be a parody video about it.
Why would I be upset at what parody of me liking her? Is she's hot, right? Am I wrong? See, Music Talk with John agrees.
All right.
When she did that character, like the two douchebags, that was kind of hot to me. Listen, Novice Nick, I won't be 57. Don't age me. My birthday, I'm 5'5" until Sunday. I'm not a Alyssa Milano. Nah.
Oh, dude, I've had the hots for her since I was like 10.
Gumby.
You got the.
Harry.
You're not okay. Do you find Angela sexy?
Angela.
From Who's the Boss?
Who's Angela? The mom?
Dude, how can you have the hot since you were 10? She was on Who's the Boss. That's when you had
I know. I'm asking which one is she? How about Mona? Mona was hot.
Mona was hot on Soap. when she
True.
was on Soap.
All right, enough who's hot talk. I feel like we're. I don't know.
Rob, how long are you going to keep us here? I got to go eat.
Yeah,
People keep asking good questions.
true.
Pam Dauber was sneakingly hot.
Sneakingly.
Who's Pam Dauber? I know the name. I don't remember
From
who
Mork
she
and
is.
Mindy. Mork and Mindy.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was super cute.
Well, she landed to Mark Harmon. He's like a handsome dude.
I'm sad about Mark Harmon
Why are you sad about him?
because I binge watched all of NCIS.
Yeah, he left.
And it turns out he was a creeper on it with
was?
you know. Yeah, I heard
you mean on the show he treated people creepy.
Yeah, Abby, the goth forensic scientist on the show.
But
she made her uncomfortable.
She came out butthurt. She went after a bunch of different people, though.
That doesn't mean it's not true.
I'm not saying it was.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Now I'm watching the New Orleans one because I have no life.
Aaron Gray did not age well, but in her prime, marvelous.
I don't say women didn't age well. It's fucked up.
Well, Linda Carter now in her mid to late 70s is hot.
Linda Carter is one of the most beautiful women that ever existed on the planet.
Yes. Now, when she did that twirl, man, that was everything.
No, I saw a thing on TikTok where it was her like chasing some guys on a skateboard.
Yeah.
It was like the dumbest scene ever from Wonder Woman. Anyway.
All right, we have to end the stream. It was lovely discussing our fantasy TV ladies.
Yes.
Riveting.
Well,
I'm going to listen to Depeche Mode now.
All right.
Listen to Alkaline Trio and the Flatliners instead.
I don't have any other vinyl. You have to send me. You have to turn me on to some.
Thank you for joining. Please tune in to Stephen Schnee's already doing his ski lodge. Please go there and support him. But more importantly, Friday night on the Jazz Bums, come and show your hot jazz vinyl and talk about jazz.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Stream ends.